All right, it's 6 o'clock, Youngstown. Thank you all for being here tonight. It's good to see everybody. We want to thank you for helping us recognize the 2025 YSU women's bowling team for winning their NCAA national championship. As you know, they're the first women's team to ever win an NCAA national championship here at YSU, and the first team here at Youngstown State to win it all since 1997. The ladies enter the national tournament as the third overall seed. They won the Rochester Regional and then advanced to Las Vegas, where they first beat national power Nebraska. Unfortunately, they lost to defending national champion Jacksonville State, but then the Penguins battled back. They again beat Nebraska in an elimination match, setting the stage for a rematch with the Gamecocks. As you watch Game 7, the women avenged their earlier loss and captured the crown in thrilling fashion. We are here tonight to honor each one of them, as well as the coaches that led them to this national crown. Before we bring out our national champions, though, we would first like to thank Tino's Italian Kitchen in Niles and Joe Kajowski from Mr. Reuter Plumbing for the team dinner that the ladies were able to enjoy earlier today in the coaches' court. Also, a nice thank you to Little Caesars and the YSU Foundation for providing pizza for our students that were able to attend here tonight. We'd also like to welcome our new campus catering partner, AVI Food Systems. You'll get accustomed to them. We want to thank them for joining us this evening. And thanks to Youngstown Clothing, which has designed an NCAA National Championship t-shirt that are currently on sale in the North Lobby. With that, with no further ado, let's now meet your 2025 NCAA Women's Bowling National Champions.
Work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard, work hard, play hard.
Work. Diamonds all in my ring, player. Gold watches, gold chain, player. $100 champagne, player. Yeah, my money insane, player. Yeah, I'm making it rain, player. But I was just on a plane, player. Buying gear, flying here. It ain't what you heard, it's my time of year. If I'm in the club, I get 100 stacks. I'm always so I can love for that. I heard he stole my swag, but I don't want it back. I was on this, but now I'm on to that. You see it in my closet, for it's on the rack. Was out there in the white, now I'm going back. I got so much money, I should start a bank.
All right, our first bowler was named to the All-Tournament team in just her first season. She came off the bench to help the Penguins beat Nebraska on Championship Saturday, and then was clean in the championship match with 8 strikes and 6 spares in her 14 frames. A freshman from Ormond Beach, Florida. Here's Kara Beisel. Our next young lady was the first Penguins bowler to ever qualify for the USBC Intercollegiate Singles Championship and was one of only 24 bowlers in the country to advance to Las Vegas, where she reached the semifinals. A sophomore from Florham Park, New Jersey. Let's hear it for Amanda Granada. A junior from Canton, Ohio. This next Penguin carried an average of 195. She topped 200 3 times at the Prairie View A&M Invitational and posted a season-high 265 at the Northeast Classic. That was the team's 3rd highest individual pin total this season. Please welcome Hannah Miller. Next, we have our first of 4 seniors. She's a native of Conway, South Carolina. Served as the leadoff bowler in the regional championship win over North Carolina A&T. She topped 200 3 times at the Garden State Classic, which included a season-high 231 against Delaware State. Please say hello to Lindsay Ennis. Our next senior is from Keller, Texas. She closed out her career having made it to the NCAA Regionals 4 times with back-to-back Final Four appearances. She posted a career-high average of 196 this season and had a high game of 259 which was the third highest individual pin total. She provided the Penguins with a much-needed spark in the regionals. Here's Ellie Drescher. This senior gave the Penguins momentum throughout the championship weekend bowling leadoff. She was tabbed as an honorable mention All-American after having her best overall season. She earned her first career MVP award and individual championship at the Garden State Classic. Also ranked 7th in the country in strike percentage by the end of the regular season. A native of Wapakoneta, Ohio, here's Madison Dosick. This fifth-year senior from Talmadge, Ohio, is the first two-time winner of the Elite 90 Award in school history, and just the third Penguin, regardless of the sport, to earn the award. She is also a two-time academic All-Conference USA selection while leading the Penguins in games bowled this season. She had an average of 203 with a high game of 267 at the Garden State Classic. Let's have a nice round of applause for Kirsten Moore. The other graduate student on the team concluded her 5th NCAA postseason appearance by being named to the All-Tournament team. She was YSU's top bowler in the traditional format in Rochester and in Las Vegas, and averaged the most pins per frame among YSU bowlers who competed in every match at the Final Four. She was named first-team All-American and was also tabbed as the most valuable player at the Music City Classic. From Maplewood, Minnesota, Madison Marks. Our final Penguin was the anchor on this year's championship team and was selected as the most valuable player of the tournament. She at least doubled in the 10th frame in all 4 games that the Penguins won and locked up the title by striking on all 3 shots in the final game of Game 7 against Jacksonville State. The Quebec native is a 2-time first-team All-American and first-team All-Conference USA selection. She was also the 2023-24 YSU Female Student Athlete of the Year. Big round of applause for Jade Cote. On the coaching staff, she was a member of the YSU bowling team in the program's first 2 seasons as an intercollegiate program in 2016-17 and again in 2017-18. As a senior, she earned all academic honors and an average of 191. She topped 200 5 times and had the highest game by a Penguin in the 2017-18 season with a 246. Now in her second year as an assistant coach, here's Mackenzie Oleski. Finally, this man has turned YSU women's bowling into one of the elite Division I programs in the nation. He has led the Penguins to 5 straight NCAA tournament appearances, 4 Elite 8 appearances, 3 Final Four trips. His team has the top grade point average in the country. He's a 2-time National Coach of the Year and also a 2-time Conference Coach of the Year. Let's hear it for head coach Doug Kaburski. All right, our first speaker of the night has been a positive influence on everyone he has met since stepping foot on this campus. He is committed to an inclusive, people-centric approach and transformative leadership while here at YSU. Would you please welcome Youngstown State President Bill Johnson.
Thank you, Rob. What a great day for a great celebration. Let me say on behalf of the First Lady, my wife Leanne, who's here with us this evening, thank you all for coming. I'd also like to welcome our Vice Chair of our Board of Trustees, our incoming Chairman of the Board of Trustees, Chuck George, and his wife Kathy Paget. You know, one of the things that makes a championship team is character. And so when we started setting up today's celebration, it was brought to my attention that our Lady Bowlers wanted to make sure that we recognized the loss of one of our Penguin family yesterday. Dr. Peter Riday, one of our professors over in the Williamson School of Business, most of you know, suffered we still don't know what, but it was a medical emergency and passed later after being transported to St. E's Medical Center. So would you all please, if he were here, I can tell you he would be up on his feet, cheering to the top of his voice because he loved this university, he loved our students, and he loved being a part of the Penguin family. Would you please take a moment, in your own way, join me in a moment of silence as we honor Dr. Peter Riday. Thank you. Now, like I said, if Peter were here, he would be leading the celebration. That's just the kind of guy he was. And that's exactly what we're going to do. I want to introduce a very special guest that's with us today. Coach Kabersky's mom, Terry Kabersky. Terry, stand up and wave to the crowd. Coach, she told me that she taught you everything you know about bowling. So we know now who gets the credit. But look, I'm not going to speak very long because we have others that want to pay tribute to our great athletes. I came to Youngstown State. This is my 6th major career move. All 6 of my careers were very different. And they enabled me to have a play in sports everywhere along the way. From the little farm I was raised on where I played Little League and Pee Wee football, to the Air Force intramural programs, small business owner, and a member of a corporate team here in Trumbull County, the U.S. House of Representatives, where I played in the congressional baseball game in National Stadium 12 years in a row, and now here at YSU. And here's something that I learned about championship teams. Champions know that the difference between being a championship team and just another one of the wannabes is a distance of about 6 inches. It's from this ear to this ear. It's what's going on in your head. It's focus. It's commitment. It's understanding that in the world of bowling, every frame, every roll of the ball matters. Ladies and gentlemen, give them a round of applause. Our Lady Penguins knew that. I've heard it said many times throughout my career, and it's a motto that I think champions live by, and they know it. Winners do things that losers will not do. They're committed. They stand beside each other. They encourage one another. They lift each other up when the going gets tough. They practice endlessly, practicing and honing their craft. So on behalf of the First Lady and the entire Penguin family, let me just say how very proud we all are of the 2025 National Bowling Champions. Let's hear it. My final comment, and this may have gone unnoticed to some of you. I know most everybody in this room knows this is our first national championship since 1997. That's a long drought. But did you know that this is the first ever national championship for our women's sports programs? Let's hear another round of applause. God bless you all for being here, Coach, bowlers, ladies, scholars. We are so very proud of you. God bless each and every one of you.
Thank you, President Johnson. You know, when I had an opportunity to speak with the owners of Holiday Bowl, which is our home lanes for our women's bowling team, and I asked them about Coach Kuberski, they said they love him. We love him here at Youngstown State. Maybe not as much as his mom loves him, but we love him nonetheless. You'll find out a little bit more about him. It is my pleasure now to bring up to you the head coach of the national champion YSU women's bowling team, Doug Kuberski.
Wow, good evening. So great to see everybody here. I've been looking forward to this day for about, 10, 11 days now, and it's finally here. So yes, I have three things I wanted to touch base upon in my short address because I want to turn the mic over to our wonderful team. You got this. The first point is about a village. Second point's about a side effect. And the third point's about me getting the heck out of the way. So let's see if I can cover those in short order. So the first thing is, and it's cliched, but sometimes cliches are that for a reason, right? They're good. They cover topics in a very succinct, powerful way, and that is it does take a village. And really all of you are a part of this. Everything and everyone matters to building what we've built and to finishing the job. And we feel it all the time. You know, we feel it on the road through all the texts, the calls, the social media posts, everything. It really does matter to us. All the support we get here on campus and athletics across campus, across the community, Holiday Bowl, as Rob mentioned, everything really does matter. And we couldn't do it without you. So please give yourselves a round of applause. Yeah. And so we really were excited to get home and share this with all of you because we couldn't do it without you. We mean that. The second thing is, what was the second thing? A side effect, yes, side effect. So we always have a saying that winning is the side effect. This is a very good side effect. But, you know, really what that really means is our first goal, first and foremost, is to do things the right way. We want to represent you all with pride and respect, do things the Penguin way, win or lose. We want to win the right way, lose the right way, and everything in between the right way, because we know we're representing you all on the road. And so I'm just real proud of how these ladies handle themselves. And, you know, last year we had a very disappointing defeat in Detroit in the Final Four, and they handled it with class. And this year, the way they won was just beautiful to see. The way they won in the regional against tough opponents, they had so much respect, and that just fills me up so much with so much gratitude and love. And I just want you to know that we really have you in our hearts when we're out there competing. We want to represent you well. So thank you for that side effect. And the third thing was I'd be remiss if I didn't just thank this group right here directly for all they've done. I always say that I just give them an occasional little push and then get the heck out of the way. Because they're all super smart, super powerful, and the president mentioned the mental game. My goodness, are they tough cookies, and they make me a better person and a stronger person. I wouldn't be able to keep it like I did together on TV if it wasn't for them. Just exuding that strength and that positivity in those clutch moments. So it was sure an experience of my life to give them a little push and get the heck out of the way in Vegas and see them do their thing. So all I can say is you're incredible, and thank you. So with that being said, we're going to sure do our darndest to keep this thing going and to keep representing you all well. I'm going to turn the mic back over to Sir Rob. Go Penguins. We love you. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Doug. Well, we are honored not only to have you here with us tonight, but to have several dignitaries in attendance with us. Our first guest is a YSU graduate. He is here to present a Senate resolution to Coach Kuberski, representing the 33rd Ohio Senate District that encompasses Mahoning, Columbiana, and Carroll counties. Please welcome State Senator Al Catrona.
Well, as you heard, I am a proud Penguin and a graduate of this here university. And I got to say, ladies, thank you for this incredible opportunity that we're all able to participate and celebrate you bringing a national championship back here to the Valley, to YSU. That is incredible. This is something that you guys should soak in the moment, all right? Not everybody gets to walk this earth and say, I'm a national champion. And guess what? You guys get to do that. And we're all being able to be a part of that. So I just want to say thank you so much for your hard work. Coach, thank you for what you guys are working with the ladies and get them to the finish line. A lot of times the coaches don't always get the gratitude, so thank you. And it's just a really special moment, I think, for this community. And I think you're seeing it here today with everybody that's here celebrating you guys, your victory. And on behalf of not only myself, but actually the entire Ohio Senate, we have a resolution here commending you guys for your incredible work, your achievement, your milestone, this incredible national championship. And so I'm going to keep it very short and just say thank you, because I think this resolution says everything better than I could possibly say it. And it was voted on here by the Senate. And so, Coach, I'd like to present this for you, for the ladies. And this is an incredible opportunity. So congratulations, and keep on winning.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Next, we have a proclamation from the Mahoning Valley representatives. To make that presentation on behalf of Ohio's 58th district, which includes much of Mahoning Valley and the entire city of Youngstown, here is Representative Lauren McNally.
Thank you. Girls rule. That's all I have to say. I'm done. This is so cool, and I'm like embarrassingly giddy to be celebrating this with you guys. So thank you so much for inviting me today. I am so excited for you guys. This is such a special moment. What you guys accomplished is a memory for a lifetime that I know you guys will cherish. To the coach, it takes a special kind of person to coach women. And I say that as a girl athlete way back in the day, and as a mom raising two girl athletes. So thank you for putting up with that and for doing that. And not only coaching them on the bowling lanes, but off the bowling lanes too. We heard some fantastic academic achievements by them as well. And that's a testament to what you do and what you give them. So the entire Mahoning Valley delegation from the lake to the river wanted to be here today to celebrate you guys. They all signed on to this commendation from the Ohio House of Representatives. I'm excited to be the one to present it to you all. We are planning to invite you down to the State House, though, in a couple of weeks to formally celebrate you with the entire House of Representatives and to brag about everything that you have accomplished. If anyone knows me, I am a sucker for bragging about Youngstown, so selfishly, thank you for giving me one more thing to add to my list to brag about. And congratulations on all that you have accomplished. And I'll present this to you, Coach.
Thank you, Lauren. Lauren's daughter was actually in a bowling tournament today, right? And she won right there. So maybe we have a future Penguin bowler in the attendance here today. All right, our final guest earned both his bachelor's and master's degree from here at YSU. He has been a community organizer for Youngstown State University's Urban and Regional Studies Development, a lifelong resident of Youngstown's 3rd Ward. It's my privilege to introduce to you Youngstown Mayor Tito Brown.
Youngstown, good evening. How's everybody doing today? First of all, President Johnson just reminded me we have 2 national champions in the state of Ohio now, Ohio State and Youngstown State. How about that, huh? I won't be before you ladies long. I just had a question. Did any of you start off at like Dave and Buster's? Is there still an opportunity for me, or what do I need to do to get where you are? Not Dave and Buster's, Coach? No? Just, that's a start, right? For the parents that are in the room, hard work pays off. Hard work pays off for the parents. Ladies, let's give the parents in the room a big round of applause. Coach, I'm sure there was some times that Mom and you wanted to go to the lane, Mom, driving him somewhere, you didn't realize hard work pays off. For all of you parents that are here, when they wanted you to take them here and there and you had to travel, this is your hard work. This is where it pays off. As a father, I know how proud you have to be. I have 2 girls. I love my girls like nobody's business. There's something when your girls ask you, can you do something for them? It tugs at your heart. Ladies, when someone told me our women won a bowling championship, I felt like your father. I'm like, the ladies of Penguins bowling, yes. So I'm proud of you for representing fathers, parents that are out there. I'm so proud just to be an alumni to say now we have our ladies in a national championship for bowling. Nobody told me in Career Service Day that bowling was an option for me. Maybe it wasn't. But as an alumni, when I get an opportunity to tell them where I graduated from, Youngstown State University, I'm so excited to say that we have some of the greatest students, some of the greatest scholars in the nation right here in the city of Youngstown. And as your 51st mayor of the city of Youngstown, I probably won't stop talking about you. I might even tell you that, yes, my daughters are part of the bowling team. I'm going to slip up a couple times and say that. Just give me a chance to do that, okay? Coach, if you could, I want to give you something. On behalf of the citizens of Youngstown, because we're so proud of you, I'm representing the citizens of Youngstown, Ohio, and I want to give you a proclamation from the city of Youngstown. And I'm declaring this day your National Championship Day. But also, I want to give you something else. I want to give you a key to the city. For hard work pays off. I thank you for making sure that the hard work pays off for these young ladies. I thank the parents, I thank the students, and I thank all you alumni for being a part of this great day. God bless you, and thanks for having me.
You know, there's one last person I would like to recognize and thank for all of his hard work. He has been in this role for nearly a quarter of a century. He hates being recognized. He hates being called out. Our athletic director, Ron Strollo. All right, before we talk with our national anthem, national champions, I want to let you know that you can bid, a couple of pieces of business here, on a team autographed bowling ball, a team autographed NCAA championship bowling pin. Both are in the back lobby. You can bid on those. There's also a QR code, if I'm not mistaken, on the video board that you can scan to place your bid. Or before you leave, stop in the back lobby and see Sarah Dahm. And again, you can bid on a team autographed bowling ball or a team autographed NCAA championship pin. The auction closes Friday at midnight. So best of luck to those of you that would like a nice piece of memorabilia. All right, I'm going to pass this to the girls now. All right. We'll give this to the girls. We'll give it to Jad first. So we'll do a little question and answer. Kind of get their take on how things unfolded, not only in Las Vegas, but this season as well for these young ladies. All right, Jad, as we watched you and the rest of your teammates handle the pressure of winning a national championship, how did you maintain your focus with all the bright lights and all the television cameras in your face over the weekend, and in particular, Game 7?
I think we were just so happy to be there with each other. So I think we just stayed focused on the fact that we've worked so hard to get there, that we know what to do. So I think it was just to stay together and trust each other.
I'm going to go off card. One more question for Jad. What was going through your mind in the 10th frame of Game 7?
I think we were all enjoying it because there's 6 of us graduating. So I think we were just enjoying the moment and like being with each other. So I think I just wanted to throw good shots, and then whatever happened, I knew they were going to support me. So it turned out pretty good, but.
I'd say so. Madison, next. After being up 3-1 and then having to go to a Game 7, what was the team's mindset, and how were you able to gain the momentum again in that final game?
Well, it wouldn't be Penguin Bowling without Game 7. We're very used to going into Game 7, and we all just decided that we wanted more TV time. So, no, but we just kept things the same. Honestly, we just enjoyed each other and enjoyed the moment, and we said no matter what happens, we have each other, and we'll always have each other's back no matter what happens.
Kirsten? We heard the announcers on the video before talking about the difference in the lanes, right and left-hand side, how the conditions started to break down by that final Game 7. What adjustments did you and your teammates have to make during that match?
Honestly, I think throughout most of the match we got pretty lucky. We didn't have to make anything, any crazy adjustments. We had learned throughout the weekend that the left lanes were a little bit tighter, just hooked a little bit less. So we made sure to keep that in mind. And if the lanes hooked too much, we just had to make a board or two move, nothing crazy. So it ended up working out pretty well for us.
Good. All right, Lindsay, I think you got to pass it down a couple here. Okay. Now, Madison mentioned that, you know, the Penguins have always gone to Game 7, kind of had that one last hurdle to get over. There was a team joke, you know, during the course of the year about 3 times a charm. You'd been to the regionals, been to the Final Four, 3rd time's a charm. What was the difference this year as opposed to those previous trips to the Final Four?
Sorry, I don't love public speaking. Hey, everybody. I really think it just comes down to experience. It comes down to the fact that, kind of a note that Jad touched on, we all love each other. We all trust each other. We've been together for long enough now. Some of us for 4 years, some of us for 5. We have 6 seniors on a roster of 9. So we had all kind of been there, done that, and it was time to take it to that final stage, that final step, and then actually win this time at the Final Four. We, last year, were in our regional championship at Lansing for the 3rd time in a row, and you have to win that to go to the Final Four, and we said, okay, we're done, 3rd time's a charm. So this time, when we made it to the Final Four for the 3rd time, we said, okay, it's time to repeat it and get the job done again, and we did, so.
Very nice. You did well for public speaking. Very nice, right, Coach? All right, Ellie. You chose this question. All right, what made this group so special? What will you remember most about your teammates in 2025?
Wow, that's a big question. Honestly, everything. I feel that this team, we have such an amazing bond together, and we trust each other when we're off the lanes and on the lanes. And I think just being with one another and everything that we've been able to accomplish, even if that's setbacks or anything of a sort of a win, we consider pretty much anything a win in our book. And I think to be able to end this season off winning the national championship is what makes this team and this year so special.
Very nice. All right, Madison, as you look back on your career here at Youngstown State, what led to your steady improvement during your 4 years as a Penguin?
I feel like personally, I obviously go into every practice wanting to get at least 1% better, whether it's my physical game or my mental game. Like President Johnson said, your mental game is very important, and obviously in the sport of bowling, it's very important. And also like the administration that we have, their support, the amazing coaching that we have, and everything like that. And I mean, I feel like kicking off the season with the 299 with the football players really helped my confidence, but I'd say that's it.
Very nice. All right, Kara, as a freshman, how were you able to deal with this pressure of bowling in your first Final Four and first national championship?
I was definitely nervous for sure, but I just remembered to take a deep breath, a second one, and maybe even a third one sometimes, but it wasn't as bad as I thought until I left my first spare and I stood up there and I said, okay, you're on live TV, you need to make this. Other than that, it was amazing with this team.
Great. Amanda, next up. All right, now you stayed in Las Vegas, not to gamble, but you had other initiatives there. You bowled individually for a national championship. What was that experience like?
So I feel like I was very fortunate to have this opportunity to bowl for a second national title. I think just coming off of a win from that previous weekend and having the support of my teammates and coach while we were both still out there, I was able to kind of use that as momentum. And I took that all the way to a second TV show final and finished in third in the nation. But I couldn't have done it without them behind me.
Congratulations. All right, Hannah, as you look out at the crowd here this evening, are you amazed at the support and number of people who have said to you how exciting this whole experience has been?
You know, I feel for the 9 of us. To a lot of us possibly still at this point, I don't think it's sunk into a lot of us yet. And to see everybody out here that we see on campus getting congratulations around campus, it's honestly crazy and it's so surreal because, you know, sometimes we walk around just the 9 of us and we're like, well, we're here. And seeing that everyone knows that we're here, it's so surreal to all of us. And we are so appreciative of everything that you guys are doing for us. So thank you.
I'm going to wrap it up at the front. You know, everybody loves being a Penguin. There's different reasons why we're all here at Youngstown State. I want to ask Jad, you were heavily recruited before you determined that Youngstown State was going to be your future. What led you to YSU to become a Penguin?
So I didn't have a visit due to COVID, but just being on the phone, talking to Coach, I knew that he was like a really good person and that the program he had built was really something special. And then just watching the girls on the lanes, I kind of just knew that that's where I wanted to go, just the togetherness that everybody had.
What's your future for this summer?
Bowling on tour with a couple of my teammates too.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
All right, Kirsten and Madison, you both have been here the longest of the 9 ladies on your team. You both signed before COVID. Have you given any thought to the legacy that you're both going to leave behind now and how you've helped shape this program into a national power?
Yeah, it's something that we've definitely thought about as our time starts winding down. I think coming into this program, we saw a lot of potential. Obviously, otherwise we wouldn't be here. But especially this last year, I think it was just time to turn our hard work into results, and we knew that is definitely possible with this group of girls that we have here. I think looking back, the legacy that we want to leave is just grit, determination, respect each other, and always push each other on and off the lanes because that's how you become better people. And I hope that our underclassmen are looking up to us always and taking their grit and determination to their adventures.
To add to that point, I think that when me and Madison came in, we had an amazing group of girls to look up to, and they kind of guided us to the point that we're at now, along with Coach. And like she said, the biggest thing that we want to leave behind, and just hope that not only the girls that are on the team now, but everyone who comes after us recognizes the power and talent of this program, and just the support that we have is completely unmatched. And I hope that we've been able to show everyone how important this is. It's just an incredible experience, and I know both of us will never forget this.
Well, we won't either. Congratulations. Let's have one more round of applause for our 2025 NCAA National Bowling Champions. I want to thank you all for coming here tonight, helping us celebrate this momentous occasion. Now, you are invited to come down on the floor if you like. You can meet the girls, get autographs, take pictures. Also, don't forget, you can go to the Varsity Club in Youngstown on West Commerce Street downtown this Friday for YSU World Penguin Day. Make sure you grab a brochure on your way out. If you haven't already picked one up, then take that with you to the Varsity Club Youngstown, and a portion of your bill, whether you get something to eat or drink, will be donated back to the Penguin Club for World Penguin Day. Again, we want to thank you for coming. Please drive safely on your way home.